Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see from the title of this video, we're going to be reacting to Colt meeting Jess's friends for the very first time. Now, this is 90 Day Fiance, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's just a show produced by TLC, and they basically bring people together that are like from two different like countries. Maybe there may be language barriers, maybe there's different customs and stuff like that. So things like that are brought up in this show, like which are of course real life, but of course it's a show, it's a reality TV show, so some stuff are altered. We're gonna be reacting to Colt meeting Jess's friends for the very first time. To give you guys some background story, Colt was married to Larissa. Larissa is also Brazilian, and she actually came because of him. They got married, but they're very toxic, so they ended up getting a divorce. His mom, she is super like in his life, super like mama's boy. Just the lady's also toxic herself. Larissa and Colt, they would argue a lot, and I guess it got physical, and like she would be the one that would hit him, so it was like domestic violence. The cops were called, and then she got arrested. He ended up getting a divorce with her. That's just some background story for you guys, so you guys could kind of get an idea of who Colt is. Okay guys, so I'm gonna pop out the clip right here on the screen. Also guys, I got this video from Master of Blackjack on YouTube, so I'm gonna link it on the bottom so you guys can see, check it out if this show interests you. Okay, so we're gonna get into him meeting them for the very first time.
Our friends is au pair here and Brazilian girls.
Cheers. Cheers. Salute.
Bye, Brazil.
I want Colt meeting my friends because my friends is important for me.
I feel like I could relate to that. Like, your friend's opinion is very important, so that's a very valid thing for Jess to say. Mind you, she's from Brazil. She's just here on like a visa to work, you know, so it's like her family is back home. So that was just her kind of telling him, like, you know what, like, they're very important to me and I want them to like you. Jess is actually staying in Chicago, so one of her friends asked Colt, okay Colt, like, where are you from? And he's like, Vegas. And then she proceeds to ask, how are you gonna do this long distance stuff? Because most of you guys may know, like, it's kind of hard to do long distance. And then he was like, oh, like, if I didn't want her, I wouldn't be here. So that was basically his answer to that.
Do you have any roommates?
Actually, my mother lives with me. I take care of her.
Do you take care of her? Or does she take care of you? Which one is it?
I'm sorry to ask, but how old are you?
I'm 34 years old.
34. In my opinion.
She straight up was like, how old are you? Because you live with your mother? There's nothing wrong living with your mom. Then the same girl with the like leopard or cheetah print, whatever it's called, she proceeds to like say, oh, I feel like guys that live with their mom are kind of like and I was like, so she has already, I don't know her name, but she already has a very strong opinion, which obviously it's like goes both ways. It could be like good or bad. Okay, so then Jess proceeds to tell her friends that Colt does not talk about her to his mom because she's a Brazilian girl. And then her friends obviously are like, oh, like, that's not cute, like, oh, you know? And of course, it's because of Larissa. So then Colt proceeds to say, to be fair, it's because of my ex-wife who was Brazilian, and that didn't end well. It was very, like, toxic. It was, like, a lot of fighting.
Ele fala que não vai me machucar, mas ele tem uma amiga dele que fica ligando pra ele o tempo inteiro. Diz ele que a amiga...
She straight up started talking in Portuguese right in front of him. That's kind of rude, bitch.
Amiga da academia.
Desde quando ele foi pra academia?
You see, the bold friend, the one that has a strong opinion, she was like, since when does he go to the gym, girl? She's really bold.
Mas não tem o nome dela? Vanessa.
What's with Vanessa?
Out of her whole like little spiel, he was able to understand Vanessa. So Vanessa is a girl or a woman that I guess Colt likes to say that helped him through his divorce. It's not like they were just friends, you know, they slept together, so there's like that little past there. So to me, it's kind of like, oh, you know, if this girl does call him all the time, of course you're gonna be like, oh, like what's going on there, especially knowing that they slept together. I don't even think she knows that they slept together, but just the fact that obviously she feels like there was something going on there. And let me tell you, girl, I feel like women's intuition is sometimes so on point with like particular people, particular situations, whatever it may be. So I feel like her concern is valid, yet she shouldn't have talked about that in Portuguese. She should have said in English, like, period, this is and that. You get what I'm saying? Just because I feel like it is very fucked up to talk to your friends who know your language, and then you have your boyfriend or whatever just right there chilling. Like that's kind of fucked up in my opinion. So then Colt proceeds to say that they're just friends. Him and Vanessa are just friends. They're just friends. Jess's friends are like, if you hurt her, like, we're gonna have a big ass problem. So of course they're coming on a little too strong. They're very, very, very outspoken. If they have a problem, they will let you know. I feel like they're kind of bombarding him in a way with like all these like aggressive like comments and just very aggressive, which is obviously not good either.
Jess and I have talked about Vanessa, and I told her that I wouldn't talk to Vanessa anymore. But I'm not gonna stop talking to Vanessa right now. It feels wrong to lie to Jess, but I feel like I have to.
Make that make sense, guys. Why is he trying to create like these insecurities in this chick? Like, you know, like, you're saying one thing, you're doing another. Just be straight the fuck up. I'm not gonna stop talking to her. That's my friend. If you have a problem, deal with it. He feels like as though him telling Jess, you know what, Jess, I won't talk to her no more, blah, blah. And then he does the complete opposite, is protecting the relationship. That's what he really thinks. Two wrongs don't make a right.
About Jess's past. Jess doesn't really tell me a lot about herself.
Her friend with the blue just goes,
In the past, in Brazil.
Why am I the best in Brazil?
You are worried about Jess' past, and look at your ex.
the bold friend. I'm telling you, the bold friend.
So you don't have nothing to complain about Jess. She's really nice girl. Trust me.
No kids, no nothing. So
Yeah.
No kids?
Yeah.
She's single.
Oh my god. Her friend just like jumped on that ass. Like, she said, girl, you don't have nothing to worry about. They obviously threw a jab at Larissa because Larissa has a kid in Brazil. And I'm not sure if he 100% knew about that since the jump. But the point is that that's why her friend in the black was like, oh yeah, and no kids. Jess shouldn't have reacted like that. Like, he asked a question and it's a common question. It's like, if you meet someone new, you're like, oh my god, like, where did you go to college, or did you travel as a child? It doesn't mean that you're trying to like investigate in their life, or it doesn't mean that you're trying to like judge their life or depict their life, but it's more like you're just trying to get more of a picture of them, of who they are, who they were. Jess's friends invite her to a Brazilian party, right? So she's like, Jess is like, woo, Brazilian party, like, oh, you know, like, let's have a blast. Cole automatically, when he hears Brazilian party, he kind of like is like, you know. And then that is when her friends are like, yeah, like, you need to go, like, it's gonna be so fun, like, it's a Brazilian party, like, oh, you know. And then he's like, oh, like, I'm kind of like tired and I don't really want to go. Of course Jess is like, oh, you know, like, I'm upset, I want to go to this party, but I really can't because like he's here, and basically she has to take his like feelings into consideration because he's there for her, you know. She's like, goes to say that he's boring and that he's like an old grandpa who just likes to stay home, like, he's so boring, like, that's not her. So in my opinion, it's like, okay, you already see these red flags, girl, leave while you can. Like, obviously he doesn't match your energy, and so it's like, you know. So it's also Colt's very last night in Chicago, so he felt as though she kind of needed to be there and, you know, just have a nice time with him, which is very understandable. So of course Jess's like strong opinionated friend is like, do you control her? And then she was like, she wants to go, you don't want to go, but she wants to go. That's when it kind of gets a little like hectic because Jess is kind of put in the position where she has to choose. Her friends are her mans. She picks her man because this is his last night in Chicago, so she feels like she can't do that, you know, which is understandable. Jess's friends then are like, I don't understand why you are trying to control my friend. He was like, well, we're a couple. Sweetheart, I think you have it a little twisted, because just because you're a couple doesn't mean you guys boss each other around. I feel like that's already a problem, because I would have been like, okay, but you don't have to say it like that. Like, just because we're a couple doesn't mean that I have to listen to you. No, I'm not your property. And I feel like that's when it sounds a little controlling and not so understanding. I'm not trying to be here and be like, he needs to work on that and she needs to work. No. I'm trying to point out the fact that he got very defensive when she was like, why are you trying to control my friend? And he automatically excused it with the fact that they're in a relationship.
Girls, sorry, but yeah, I'm going to Colt in hotel, okay? I'm very disappointed, but because first time Colt in Chicago, I come back to the hotel with Colt. Okay, girls, have fun.
Okay.
Oh, she looks sad. Like, okay, girls, have fun. He goes to say that he doesn't think that he got a whole stamp of approval by her friends, which of course we know he did not. One of the friends clearly said, I do not approve. The same girl says, I feel like Jess is making a mistake because Colt already had issues with his ex-wife, so kind of what ensures that the same issues won't happen with Jess. And Colt goes to say, oh, you know, I didn't want to go out just because she wanted to go out, because I didn't want to make her happy, because I feel as though in my last relationship I did everything she wanted, which didn't make me happy. Now, you are happy when your partner's happy, right? So whenever they're happy, you're happy. Whenever they're sad, you're obviously going to feel sad, right? So to me, it's like, why don't you want to make your partner happy? And on top of that, why are you bringing old problems into the new relationship?
You understand your boyfriend came to Chicago to see you, not to party with your girlfriends.
Yeah, but it's a good time for me and you and my friends and Brazilian party.
Jess, I'm not a person that will party all night. I don't want to.
You guys see the way he's like very like, your boyfriend came to see you. You need to hang out with me. But it's like, why can't you just hang out with her and her girls? Like, I don't see what's the problem there. It's truly understandable that he said like, oh, you know, I don't feel like I'm not the type of person to party, which is so understandable, you know what I mean? So in that sense, I'm not gonna come for his neck.
Please, no control my life. I don't like control.
Sounds like you just do whatever you want, whenever you want. Just want some guy just to like be happy when you just go off and do whatever you want?
No, I want to respect difference.
I do respect your difference. You should have your friends. I should have my friends.
Exactly.
But there has to be a limit. You and I come first. Always.
No, sis, what is he saying? What is he saying? I feel like he's very controlling already. He shows controlling tendencies by just saying, do you want a boyfriend that's just gonna sit there while you go out? Like, what does that even mean? Like, go with her then. If you're that insecure, if you're that controlling, just go with her. She could do whatever she wants. Just as you could do whatever you want, she could do whatever she wants. I don't fuck with that, because that's very much like not it for me, sis. Like, you're not gonna sit up there and tell this girl, oh, you must do whatever you want. Okay, and you must do whatever you want. What's the point? This very much is giving me toxic vibes already, girl, and I'm not fucking with it. I'm basically done reacting to this because he's pissing me off. He's super toxic, super disrespectful to her. Okay, guys, so let me know your thoughts on this couple. Like I said, very much toxic vibes, but whatever. I guess that's how they like to live. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.